If you are a service desk manager and you are not currently using AI to resolve tickets, where should you start? So let's do it one by one. First of all, the most easy, obvious, quick one is just to start using a Copilot or start using one of the existing AI softwares and make it available to all your staff, right? So if they're not already using ChatGPT or whatever they're using to polish some of their professional writing or help them summarize something that you said in a rude way and they want to rephrase it to a polite way, that's a very obvious, low barrier to entry place to start using AI at the service desk. The next step up from there is we really should have a chatbot available on whatever portal that your customers are using to ask you questions, right? So whether you have a ticketing tool or a web page with a form on it where people request things, we want to put a chatbot in the bottom corner of that screen. And the main purpose of that chatbot to start should just be answering questions with knowledge items. So if people need to request a password reset, that chatbot should be in the corner and it should say, hey, you need help with anything? I can look some stuff up for you. Ask me your question. So if people ask for a password reset, the AI can say, oh, okay, go to this link. There's the password reset link. Or if people say, how do I get access to a particular folder? Then the AI can say, you can request folder access through right? And so we're going to have an existing list of knowledge items and answers to give material for the AI agent to use. But in general, that's the next most obvious place to start. Get a chatbot in there that's connected to some knowledge items answering the question. Now, if you don't know how to do this, there are a number of tools already available online where you can feed a knowledge agent a number of knowledge items that you've created or that you have available in PDF format, upload them all into there and tell it only reference these knowledge items when answering questions. The third place I would go, well, it actually depends on what your pains are. Okay, so I think for a lot of people who haven't started with AI agents yet, you may not actually have a well-written knowledge base, right? So you might not have, here's the standard answer for a password reset, and here's a standard answer for an access request, and all the different standard templated responses that you spit at your customers, depending on what they ask. If you haven't written that knowledge base, you really ought to, but fortunately, you're not too far behind because it's very easy to make an AI bot that will read your previous emails or read your previous ticket history and say, identify the most common questions in our customer base. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, say, now for each of those questions, answer the response based on what you see in the answers list or based on what you see in the ticket history. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now we've got a standard question and a standard answer already ready to go. And then you probably add a third step for the AI to just say, polish this into professional and polite language and put it in a format that's our standard knowledge item format, which is like question, context, and answer, and other information you might need, right? I mean, whatever the standard format that you want your knowledge items to be. So we just basically described a 3-step knowledge building agent, which is first step is to scrape for look for problems. Second step is to come up with the answers for those problems. And the third step is to format those in a nice, neat, knowledge-based format. And then we'll spit all those out as PDFs and we'll upload them into your knowledge agent. And now you got a really powerful knowledge agent in the bottom corner of your input screen. And then the third thing, or fourth thing, I guess now, that I would focus on is repeated tasks that take somewhere between 20 and 45 minutes. So a good example of this was writing knowledge items, right? That's something that I would make an AI agent to do. It normally takes me 25 to 45 minutes to make a nice knowledge item based on a couple people asking the same question. Let's make an agent that does that in 2 or 3 minutes. And now every time somebody asks a new question that we don't have a knowledge item for, I can press the button to connect to API and auto-generate a knowledge item and do that in real time. Another one I've seen that I really enjoy is to do complex lookups, right? So you might make a field technician assigned to every region, but given the specialism, there's overlaps in the regions. So if you have an AV specialist, their region is this big, but if you have a generalist, their region is this big. And now we need, as the service desk, when we need to assign something out to a remote staff member, we're going to have to look up, okay, who's the agent or who's the operator for that region? Oh, there they are. Oh, is it a specialist case? Yes, it is. Are they capable of that specialist case? No, they're not. They're a generalist. Okay, who's the specialist for that region? Okay, let's go look that up again. Those kind of things that take you like 5 to 15, maybe even 20 minutes of lookups and just trying to see who the correct person is, you can definitely make an AI agent to look that up for you. So you say, here's the parameters. I need someone there. Find me the guy, and it can look that up on your Airtable or your spreadsheet. So that's now getting a little bit more advanced, but I think once you're comfortable doing the knowledge agents and starting to do the request agents, you can investigate what it entails to make these lookup agents that are saving your operators time. So at your service desk, what are the ticket types that are the most tedious and most standard? And let's make agents to automatically process those. Then the world's your oyster, right? Once you've gotten comfortable starting to automate specific processes with agents and getting your humans to push things out to specific assistants that are designed to do specific processes, now your mind really opens up, right? Because you got more time to do things, you're responding to things faster, and you can see what's possible, and then you roll from there. So if you are a service desk manager or working at a service desk, you want to make a bigger impact at your organization, you want to start making changes, please send me a message in the comments below. I'll follow up with you right away, and we can investigate what it would take for you to get started here on your own, or with our help, or with us doing it for you. So thanks very much for watching. Would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and take care.